What's up, guys? Just finished up competing over the weekend down in Linden, Washington. You can check out the video. Put together a really good meet, went 8 for 9 with a 19:29 total at 242. It was an 83-pound PR, so it's just nice to know that the training and everything that you've been putting in, is paying off, and you're able to, mimic what you've done in training on the platform. And for me, the last year, I've had a really hard time putting two and two together. And it's just a bunch of tinkering. It's just a bunch of playing around and just finding that perfect mix that fits your style and your needs. And, I think after this last meet, I have a pretty good feel for it. Obviously, test it again at the end of the year and see if it continues to show the same progression. Which leads me to, training. Back into training, working on some weak areas, running a 4-week hypertrophy block of mainly just building up some conditioning, dropping a little bit of body fat, and just really hammering down on some weaknesses with high reps, a lot of volume, and probably not going to do too many heavy things right now. Sticking with the higher rep range with exercises that are a little bit different than the competition lifts, and just putting together this 4-week phase just to kind of keep everything healthy, keep everything moving, and just continue to build so that I'm healthy. I'm at a lighter body weight, lighter body fat percentage, and that way when I start getting ready for the next meet, I'm able to bump up the calories and keep pushing, training hard, because I'm healthy and I'm just ready to go and I'm in good shape, so recovery is going to be there. And that's the key principle with like off-season work that a lot of people seem to neglect is the amount of work you put in during the off-season is what makes the meet prep successful. A lot of people hire me as a coach to get them ready for a meet, and they're like 10 weeks out, 12 weeks out, and it's like, well, yeah, I can definitely get you ready, but it's going to be based on the amount of work you just put in the last four months, And if I ask them what they've been doing, and they're like, just kind of whatever, then that they're going to want to hit these certain expectations, but they haven't really put in the work to get there. So I can only do so much during a meet prep. Most of the work is done right before it. So make sure that you have a plan going into your off season. Make sure that it's very deliberate and that you treat it just like it is a meet prep, because that's where the gains will come from. That's where the progression comes from. That's where all the improvements come from, is from a good off season. And then from there, you should be able to build up into a meet prep that will allow you to hit new PRs. You can't just all of a sudden get serious when it's 10 weeks out. If you want to be great at this, you got to take it seriously, 365 days a year. And that doesn't mean, not live your life. That just means have a plan, execute it. When you're in the gym, be in the gym, work hard. When you're away from the gym, have fun, do whatever you want, as long as it's leading up to your ultimate goal. Obviously, if your goal is to be the best at something, there's going to be a lot of time dedicated to that goal. And it's not going to be one of those things where you're just going to be the best if you spend 2 hours, 3 days a week in the gym, right? It takes a lot of time, a lot of commitment to get to that top of the ladder. So make sure that you put in the work that meets your goals, and that you put in the work to make improvements, so when meet prep comes, you're ready to go. So here's some training footage. You guys can check out all my training log stuff at kabukistrength.com. Until next time, guys, take care.
What's going on, guys? Day 1 and 2 of week 1 off-season training. Typically, I usually go by feel the first week or two, but due to the fact that I did 2 meets pretty close together, I pretty much already made up my mind that I was going to come in and just work on a lot of bodybuilding type stuff, which I typically do in the off season. But this week and maybe next week, I probably won't have the barbell on my back or in my hands, just to kind of relax a little bit, not use a lot of weight, and just find different ways to make these exercises harder. So Did some belt squats, about 6 sets of 12, and then minimal rest just to kind of build back up some cardiovascular capacity, and did some leg presses, followed up with these sissy squats. And then typically I like to do a lot of unilateral work in the off season just to help fix any imbalances or help fix any issues that I had. From what I saw, based on my pulls going into the last meet, is that my left glute fires a lot harder than my right. So I just gotta kind of isolate those muscles unilaterally, one at a time, just to make sure that they catch up to each other and that they're firing at the same time. Which is probably why you could see sometimes on my deadlift, my right side lags a little bit behind. So I gotta fix that. That way it doesn't lead to more issues down the road. And then just finished up with some belt marches. These felt really good on the hips and on the BMO. And usually I do right around 100 marches for 3 to 4 sets. And then after that, finished up with some abs and called it a day there. That was Monday, so just one day rest after the meet. Monday, get back in there. Everything was feeling really good, but I just still don't want to push it with bar weight and stuff. So Tuesday is my back day, and this is my day that I do a lot of accessories that really don't stress the lower back too much. So as you'll see, I use a lot of machines, or I'll use a lot of chest supported stuff. That way my lower back doesn't get too overstressed, because as I go into the heart of my off-season prep, I'll do squats twice a week, pulls twice a week, and I just want to keep my lower back fresh as possible so that I can really perform optimally when it comes to those heavier days. So just finished up with a lot of back work, 3 to 4 exercises of vertical pulls and 3 to 4 exercises of horizontal pulls, right around 10 to 15 reps of each, and 3 to 4 sets, and just doing a lot of supersetting, just working up, building up capacity. That way I'm able to recover better from these longer workouts. So keep watching, guys. Check out kabukistrength.com for my training log, and check out tmnutrition.net for articles on training and nutrition.